So we're just getting started out for the night here, doing some Reiki-infused flute music. Becca, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Steve's World, namaste, my friend. Bella, thank you for the team bracelet. In the key of C, which helps with root chakra, grounding the energy. This calms the mind. Tina, so happy to hear it. Donna, thank you for the rose. Victoria, thank you for the roses. I appreciate you. All right, so the next one, thank you for the cat paws. Next one's going to be key of D, which would correspond with the sacral chakra. Love the cup. Yeah, this is one of my daughter's cups. All right. And this next one's going to be one of my songs called Atlantis that you can stream on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music. Just search for Zachariah Grace. you so much for the heart me. Let's see, where does that instrument come from? So these are all Native American style flutes. That instrument in particular comes from La Luz, New Mexico. I bought it at Native Sounds, which is a beautiful shop in downtown Santa Fe. That if you're ever in Santa Fe, I definitely recommend you go check out Native Sounds, owned by Sky Redhawk, who has been a great mentor and inspiration for me for many years. All right, we're gonna do key of E next. Key of E would correspond with the solar plexus chakra, the digestive system, kind of the fight or flight, self-confidence, self-esteem, all those sorts of things here in the gut. So, next one we're going to go into is heart chakra. And before I play this song in the key of F, I want to give out a shout out to my dad. My dad would have been 71 years young today. He passed away suddenly in 2017 of a heart attack. But he was an incredible human being and an incredible man. And I want to kind of, in part, dedicate this song and also just this live to him. It's been 6 years now since he passed away. So, Andy, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. So anyways, maybe somebody else out there can relate to the experience of losing a loved one. And this one shall maybe benefit you as well. Shout out to the legend Paul William Grace. So, let's see. Next we'll be going into the key of G. But before we do, a little side note about that song I just played. So that was a melody that my dad and my mom used to sing to me as a kid growing up. My dad wrote like a bedtime song that they would sing to me each night. And whenever I had children, I started singing that song to them. And I figured out how to play it on the flute. So now my daughters are at such an age, they're 11 and 7, to where they sing the lyrics of the song and I play the flute, and that's part of like the bedtime routine. So that felt like the perfect song to choose to honor him and sing it. Oh man. Ooh. Okay, I could do that. So it would go, let's see. Be like, come with me, my little daughters, your bedtime's drawing near. The sun is down, the moon is shining, stars will soon appear. Eyes are drooping, head is nodding down upon my shoulder. One more hug, a gentle kiss, a whisper in your ear. I love you. Daddy loves you, Mommy too. And so does your big sister. We'll tuck you in and keep you safe, and always will be near. So go to sleep and dream away the nighttime's darkest hours. When you waken in the morning, we will all be here. I love you. So those are like the lyrics that the original ones I twisted, because obviously the song was made for me from my dad, but then I twisted it to make it for my daughters, so I could share that. That was also extremely vulnerable to like sing that on the live, but we did it. I'm more of a flutist, not a singer, but that was a big step outside of the comfort zone, and we just went for it. So I'm going to hold myself accountable, because I was having a conversation with a brother of mine the other night, and telling him how like I can hide behind my flutes sometimes. You know, like I've been playing the flute since I was 19 years old, and I know that I've developed the skill to play that instrument really well. And so sometimes I end up hiding behind it, especially in situations where I could use my voice to like share something. So I appreciate that ask to sing the song, because yeah, it's interesting how when you're focused on certain lessons, opportunities will present where you can either say like, no, I'm not going to do that. Or you can be like, oh, okay, this is one of those step outside of your comfort zone moments, right? Agreed, man. I hide behind my piano as well all the time. Yeah, man, I think as musicians, it's very easy for us to hide behind the things that we're talented at, the things that we become known for, you know? And can be very vulnerable to share and to just, hear. I wanted to hear the words that your father wrote. Yeah, no, I'm grateful that you asked for that. You know, it was a special thing to be able to share. Okay, so we're gonna go into the key of G. Key of G now. Key of G would be the throat chakra, helping us to express ourselves. Speaking of self-expression and hiding behind our talent, you know, throat chakra is all about using our voice, about speaking our truth. So when we play in the key of G, it helps to vibrate at the frequency that helps to harmonize the throat chakra. I thought for sure I was gonna sneeze, but I didn't. us to the key of A, which would be for the third eye chakra. How's everyone feeling? Hello, hello. Batgirl, thank you so much. Thanks for the hat and mustache, Vicky. Alright, that was the high spirits key of A, which would help with third eye. Next, we're going to do the key of B. And Vicky, thank you again for the mustache. Also, for anyone that might be interested in learning how to play these Native American style flutes, I have an online community called Flute School where I teach you how to play. I also include Reiki training within Flute School. So Flute School teaches you both how to play these instruments and also how to practice Reiki, so that you can learn how to do Reiki-infused flute music. So if that's something that interests you, you could get some more info at thefluteschool.com. Let's see. I'll even do this. The flute school .com. There we go. Hey, Batgirl, thank you so much. That was a cool one. I always like seeing the gifts. Henry the Hedgehog. Thank you for the Henry the Hedgehog. Is it any kind or the double flute? I have a single flute. So yeah, it's actually primarily for single flutes. However, we do go into double flutes and how to play double flutes as well. But it starts out at a very basic level, like ground zero. But it's designed for any skill level to come in and join. So yeah, check out thefluteschool.com. And then you can get some more info there. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. All right, this one's key of B. It's a high spirits flute, key of B. And the key of B corresponds with the crown chakra. Whew. All right, so we've officially worked through the first 7 songs, which has been, or maybe 8. We've worked on all of the chakras so far. So typically at this point is where I take some requests. So if you have anything in particular you want some support around, whether that's a particular chakra or something you might be struggling with, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, be happy to play a song for you with the corresponding flute. Arthur Garcia, you're very welcome, brother. In the meantime, I'm going to play this flute here, which is a lovely Hijaz scale flute made by Sweeping Feather Flutes. This was a gift that Sean, the owner of Sweeping Feather Flute, sent to me a couple months ago now, and I've absolutely fallen in love with this flute, and you're about to see why. Gotta just stretch my legs out a bit. Okay, hold up. The Flying Saucer. Is that for the handpan? Is that a request for the handpan? We could do that at some point too. Alright, this one's in the key of C, so this would be for root chakra. It's in the Hijaz scale. And this one really helps me tap into the energy of the Kashan Sikhem, which is another modality of energy healing that I've studied for a while. Your music saved my life. Whew. Those are big words, big comment. Thank you. I'm honored to hear that. So I want to read this comment. I had a visitation dream from my father who passed. I'm having a hard time coping with loss. Yeah, I feel that. Today is actually my father's birthday, so he would have been 71. He passed away in 2017. So I feel you on that. Today has been a day of acknowledging those emotions, and letting those tears flow. For me, there was a song that my dad sent me just months before he passed away. And it was Father and Son by Cat Stevens. And it's so interesting because he sent this song to me like months before he passed away, right? And in one part of the song, he's like, I know I have to go away. And it was almost like on some level he might have known that he was coming towards that time. But I've built such a beautiful relationship with him after he passed as well. Like, I had a good relationship with him when he was still alive. And I've been able to grow a different relationship with my father. It's like he's a guardian angel, along with my mother. These candles signify, they represent my parents who have both passed away. And one of my sweet dogs that was he was one of my power animals, man. A little Buddha. He was a little Chihuahua. But I called him a Chillwawa. But yeah, that pain can be turned into something beautiful. For instance, I'm on here sharing music as a way to transmute that energy into something beautiful, So, I encourage you to find some sort of way when it starts feeling heavy, do something that can help you to, have that release. How do you teach yourself that it's okay to cry? That is such a potent and valid question. For me, music helps a lot with that, when I listen to a particular song. For instance, I was just talking about that Cat Stevens song. That triggers me into some emotional space inside that sometimes I don't allow myself to feel. Then when it happens, sometimes I can feel the energy get choked up in the throat, almost like it won't fully go to the tears to allow me to have that full release. So I start to sit with the sensation in the throat, and it can feel really uncomfortable at first, but just feeling that tightening and starting to breathe into it and kind of priming safety in the body, saying like, I am safe to feel this, safe to experience this, I am safe. And then I'll just get really curious about the emotion. I'm like, is this big? Is this small? Does it have a color? Does it have a shape? Does it have a temperature, a texture? And when you get curious about it in that way, it takes you out of the story of what happened and into the energetic signature or vibration of how that's being held in the body. When you put your full attention on that, the inner healer in the body is able to have somatic release and allow your body to release that, which can often then come out as tears, right? So you have to acknowledge the energy that's trapping the emotions, which it's very common for that to get stuck in the throat. I like to think of the throat as the chimney to the heart, right? And if the chimney gets clogged, it keeps the head and the heart from communicating with one another. So oftentimes emotions will get blocked in the throat, preventing us from being able to communicate from the mind and the heart, right? So when we allow ourselves to feel by fully going into the sensation, we then clear the channel so that these two aspects of self can start communicating with each other once again. So on that note, let's do one for throat chakra to help clear that chimney out. Let's do a chimney sweep. Dad jokes. So my dad had some really silly dad jokes. You know, that was something he did. He was known for like, not even good dad jokes, just like kind of silly, ridiculous dad jokes. Yeah, this one here is a Nova Drone Flute made by High Spirits. So, we were talking a little bit before about how things can get clogged up here in the throat, whether that's emotional energy and how that can cause this disconnect between the heart and the head. In Reiki, we have a technique called the Kenyoku technique. Kenyoku translates to dry bathing. This is a really simple way to let go of any energy or disconnect yourself from thoughts, things that you feel like you're having a hard time letting go of. And I'm going to walk you guys through how to do it. It's pretty simple. You start out with your right hand on top of your left collarbone, and you take a deep breath in. On your exhale, you swipe down to the opposite hip. Do the same thing with your left hand over your right collarbone. Take a deep breath in. Swipe down to the opposite hip. Do it again. Right hand over the left collarbone. Breathe in. Swipe down to the opposite hip. Left hand over the right collarbone. Breathe in. Breathe out. Swipe down to the opposite hip. Then you take your right hand on top of your left shoulder. Breathe in. You're going to swipe all the way down past your arm, past your fingertips. Breathe out. Left hand on top of the right. Breathe in. Swipe down the entire arm and hand past the fingertips. Going to do that again with the right hand on top of the left shoulder. Breathe in. Swipe down the entire arm past the fingertips, left hand on top of the right shoulder. Breathe in. Swipe down past the whole arm, past the fingertips. And so that's called the Kenyoku technique, dry bathing in Reiki, or in Japanese, but it's a Reiki technique. And typically I like to imagine that there's like a violet flame or light around me. So as I'm like flinging off this energy, I'm not just like flinging it onto the couch, into the carpet, like I try to imagine that it's burning up into this violet energy around me. Oftentimes when I'm doing sessions on a table, I'll kind of imagine the whole table surrounded by this violet energy, and that as energy releases off of a client, it burns up into this violet flame type of energy. So the Kenyoku technique, that one's good for cleansing the energy. And then typically once I'm done with the Kenyoku technique, I'll do a little bit of a protection exercise. And I feel like this would be valuable to share with you as well. So for this one, we're going to do the golden light protection. All right. So the way I like to do this one is you're going to imagine that there's a golden sun about 10 inches above your head. Okay. And you're going to take a moment to just visualize this golden sun above the head, feeling that warmth radiating down on top of your head, on top of your shoulders. And on your next inhale, you're going to breathe the energy in through the crown, all the way down into the lower belly, allowing it to fill your entire being from head to toe, shoulder to shoulder, and hip to hip. On your exhale, you're going to push it out the front and back of the solar plexus chakra, allowing it to surround you like a golden egg. Okay? So breathe it in, all the way down to the belly. Breathe it out the solar plexus, front and back. Allow it to surround you like a golden egg. When that feels complete, you're going to ask your personal guides, angels, power animals, to surround you in a pure white light. Okay? Pure white light from the universe. Call on your team of spiritual helpers. And then you're going to put violet around that white light, so you're building up your layers of protection. The violet light acts like a protective layer that burns up any sort of negative energy before it has a chance to enter into your field. The last thing I like to do is closing the luminous energy field. So oftentimes we're walking around with an open luminous energy field. And I know some of these things might sound a little bit out there, a little woo-woo, a little bit crazy, but like, just go with it for now, okay? You're gonna imagine that you have these wings surrounding you. They can be angel wings, butterfly wings, whatever. And you're just gonna close them around you, sealing in the luminous energy field. So after you've cleared the energy with the Kenyoku technique, after you've brought in fresh energy, you've established your protection, you're going to seal it all in, sealing in the luminous energy field. So this is a simple exercise that I teach inside of my Reiki workshops. That's just a simple way to just let go. Maybe it's a situation where you walk into a building or you walk into the grocery store, and when you're walking out, you just feel off. You feel like maybe you picked something up somewhere. You're like, what do I do? How do I get rid of this? You can use the Kenyoku technique to get rid of it, and then reestablish your energetic protection afterwards, and then seal it all in. And then you're gonna feel like, how did you feel after doing that? If you followed along with that as I was doing it, how did that feel? All right, let's see. Vicky, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, I need help with figuring out how to save this right now so I can watch this live again. Yeah, you could have totally screen recorded. Okay, you know what I can do is I can clip it from the live once the live's finished, and I can even like post it as a longer video. Because I feel like that would be a beneficial thing for people, especially right now, you know? People could use that tool at this time. You're the only person I've found that explained all of this in a way I understand. Good. Yes, it doesn't need to be complicated. You know, like I want to try to present these principles in a way that's like makes it very tangible and very like applicable, ways that we can easily start using these tools and benefit from it. That's how I try to teach my Reiki workshops as well. Also, Tabitha, if you're interested in learning how to play Native American style flutes and learning Reiki, I have an online program called Flute School, and you can check it out at thefluteschool.com to get some more info about that. But I would teach you how to play flute and how to practice Reiki. So that's another way you could learn this technique. Felt good and warm, thank you. Roxanne, you're so welcome. Marinda, thank you so much, you're welcome. Kennedy, you're so welcome. Tabitha, you're welcome. Sweet. Question, is the flute handmade and blessed? Yes, so a lot of these, I have 16 different flutes, so it depends on which one you're talking about. Likely the ones made by High Spirits, those are more factory made, so my guess is probably not, you know? However, these flutes, this one's from a local flute maker in Santa Fe, Richard Hall. Then we have this one from Inner Voice Flutes out of La Luz, New Mexico. We have this one here, another from Inner Voice Flutes out of La Luz, New Mexico. This one from Prana Flutes out of Belgium. So yeah, we have a lot of beautiful flutes. I'm here in New Mexico. I'm from Santa Fe. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I get most of my flutes from Sky Red Hawk downtown at Native Sounds. So, yep, pretty much I would say 70% of my flutes I've bought from Sky Red Hawk down at Native Sounds. And I like doing that because I get to meet the flute before buying it, right? I don't necessarily like buying online because I don't get to meet the flute first, but it's still okay. I worked at P&M Corrections and Santa Fe Studios. Oh, cool. Very cool. All right, let's continue. Let's do some key of F. Key of F would correspond with the heart. This has been a good live. I've enjoyed this. Thank you all for spending some time with me. We're still going, but like I just wanted to acknowledge that this has felt like a good live. I've enjoyed this. How come you didn't tell me and homie neighbors? Yo. Sammy, how long have you been playing and how did you learn? And there's a fake account with your videos. Yeah, so unfortunately there's multiple fake accounts out there trying to scam people. Unfortunately some people are falling for it, but like this is my only account. So if you're getting messages from other accounts, that's definitely not me. To answer your question about how long I've been playing, about 12 years. And how did I learn? I like to say that the flutes taught me. But there's a whole story. I'm not going to get into the full story in this moment. There is a meaningful story around how I came to know Native American style flutes that I've shared quite a few times. Actually, if you go to my Instagram, which is at Zach the Reiki Guy, there's a story highlight called My Story, where I actually share a little bit of my relationship with Native American style flutes. Do you do Reiki mentorship? I do. Yeah, I've been teaching Reiki since 2015, both in person and online. When 2020 happened, I started an online program and started doing it online as well. But I also teach Reiki workshops here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And I've just added Reiki training to Flute School. So I have an online program called Flute School where I teach people how to play flutes. And I also teach them how to do Reiki so they can do Reiki-infused flute music. Enjoy watching from Alabama. Welcome in. Yo. I try not to miss the sweet life of Zach and Cody. Oh my god. That is epic. Tanya. I had not even made that correlation between that show and like Cody and I. That's insane. I love it. Speaking of which, is Cody on? It would be dope to do a little thing with him. That was so good. Mama T Bay. Dale, I hope you got my apology. What are you apologizing for? I don't think you did anything that I would see needs an apology. But I'm also not sure. I don't always see what's happening here in the chat, but your apology is accepted. I'm not sure what you're apologizing for, but you're forgiven. No worries. Sweet life of Zach and Cody. That's what we got to start calling our TikTok call, like back and forth call and response things. Is the sweet life of Zach and Cody. Oh my gosh. Have you told that to Cody yet? Did he understand that? I haven't told him yet. You gotta let me know how you gotta let me know how he responds to that. That's too good. Loons the Juggalo. Yeah, what's up, brother? The place in La Luz. What's it called? So, they used to be called Inner Voice Flutes, but they recently rebranded, changed their name to Enchanted Flutes. So they're going by Enchanted Flutes now. But they come out of La Luz. I bought these at Sky Red Hawk shop, brother. Native Sounds, downtown. Sammy Sam, I do have music in Spotify. So if you search for Zachariah Grace, then you'll find all my music. I also got some new music coming out soon as well. Oh man, my leg is like asleep, so we're gonna just adjust that a bit. Okay, Enchanted, that's crazy. I can walk in that shop anytime local. That's cool, man. I would love to meet those people someday. They seem like good people. Goodbye and introduce you and them on camera. That would be great, man. I would love that. That would be so cool. Okay, so I need to get some agua, por favor. So, un momento. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. We are back. How's everyone feeling? How are we doing? How are we doing? Tanya Lasagna, this is the sweet life. We got the sweet life. Yeah, bro, it is pretty cold up here. It has been pretty cold. You know, it snowed a couple days ago, but it's all melted by now. You know how it goes. You guys probably didn't get any snow down north though, huh? Or if you're in the south, down south. I'm all saying down north. Yeah, same, laugh not odd. Yeah, dude, that's New Mexico weather. You never know. Can you purchase online at the shop you bought your food at? So unfortunately, Sky Red Hawk, he's old school. He doesn't do it online. If you want to buy from Sky, you got to go in person. And I tried talking to him about it one time. I was like, hey man, like, you know, I could get you some more sales if you had an online shop. And he's like, you know what? Like, I've had this shop for nearly 40 years. And Spirit has always brought me the people that I need to sustain my business, you know? So he's old school. He just trusts that Spirit will bring him who he needs, you know, and he'll be able to share the fruits with whoever needs them, whoever comes into the shop. So I respect that about Sky. I respect that about him very much. All right, should we do, you know what, we haven't done this food. This one comes all the way from Estonia. So this one was made by a dear friend, Vassel, who found me on social media and really admired my work. And he created this new design of a flute with these sliders instead of plugs. And he was like, hey man, I'm testing this out. I want to send you a flute, and can you tell me like how it plays? Let me know what you think. So I love it. Let's see how you guys like it. There it is. The one that was escaping me earlier. It finally came back, man. Those sneezes are sneaky sometimes. You know what I mean? Alright. We're going to do a beautiful blue bear flute. This is a cool flute here. Check it out. It's got one of the holes on the back that you play with your thumb. There's the blue bear flute emblem. This one's in the key of C. This one was sent to me by Blue Bear Flutes Charlie. Good. He's a good dude. One of the OGs in the flute community, for sure. Thank you. Danubi. Thank you, thank you. Let's do a little bit of the double flute. Keefe, yeah, I was actually playing the flute the other night on the the drum. I don't play it as much as I play my flutes, that's for sure, but it definitely does get attention. Very grateful. I got that one from Native Sounds in Santa Fe, New Mexico, from Sky Red Hawk. Okay, let's see. Let's do this flute here. This came from a local flute maker here in Santa Fe. Goes by the name of Richard Hall. Anissa, thank you, thank you. I'm a flute player. That was incredibly beautiful. What was the double one called? Thank you, brother, first and foremost. And this one here is a high spirits A-shape double flute in the key of A. I love these A-shape flute, man. The A-shapes, they're a lot of fun to play. There's even like a triple flute out there that it would be like that. I definitely want to get one of those someday. That'll be so much fun. Larissa, hello, sent you a message. Oh, did you send it to me here on TikTok? I'll definitely check for that after the live, Larissa. That's the one. I just felt so great. I'm playing my sound bowls along with you. Beautiful. This one's in the key of G. Nice to see you. Also, Moon, it looks like you got #1 gifter badge. I must have missed it, so thank you. Thank you, thank you. Do you have, or have you ever played native flutes from around the world? Some. For the most part, what I play are Native American style flutes, although I do have this Hejaz scale flute, which I really love to play as well. This one's from Sweeping Feather Flutes. They're a company out of New York. Didn't want to interfere with the song. Oh, no worries. Could you play something that feels like a dancing hawk flying high in the sky? Absolutely, Keefe. I'm going to do it after this one, because this one's kind of got more of a Middle Eastern sort of vibe to it. I like the A-shaped one. It's pretty cool and sounds amazing. Yeah. The A-shape's one of my favorites. That's one of my oldest flutes. I got that one from Sky Red Hawk as well. A lot of minor and half steps. Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. The Hejaz scale's a lot of fun to play. Here's another really beautiful high spirits drone flute. This one's a Nova drone flute in the key of G. Do you have a tube special for full moon tonight? I'm kind of just playing for now. Oh, Moon. Oh, you were talking to Moon. Okay, cool. All good. Moon, thank you so much for being the title gifter, gifting, blessing it up the live. I appreciate you. All right. Oh, 11:11. It's 11:11 here as well. Sunshine Rose, you must be in Mountain Standard. All right. messed up that last part. That's okay. I'm gonna do a little Mary Youngblood tribute, as Mary Youngblood's one of my favorite Native American flute players. For me, Mary Youngblood's my top, and then our Carlos Nakai is probably my second favorite. Robert Mirabal is probably my third favorite, and I'll tell you why about Robert Mirabal. So, when I was 8 years old, my family moved to New Mexico from Maryland. So I was born in Maryland, and I moved to New Mexico with my family when I was 8. A few months after we moved here, my mom went for a walk, and she was enjoying the beautiful New Mexico landscape, and she was listening to a Robert Mirabal CD called Tao's Tales. And yeah, man, she got lost in the Tao's Tales. She was in her own world, and she was hit by a car when she was walking, and she passed away. So as a kid, I used to listen to that CD, Tao's Tales, with Native American flute music, and it was like a way of connecting with my mother's spirit, was listening to the sounds of Native American flute. And so I got my own flute when I was 19 from a thrift shop in Taos. Right around the time that my oldest daughter was born. This was back in like 2012. And playing the flute helps me feel connected to her, That's one of the reasons that I love playing so much, is it's a direct connection to my mother, who is also a Reiki master teacher. So both Reiki and Native American flute music, it's like a connection to my mom, it's a connection to my lineage. So yeah, that is the significance of these instruments for me. She's definitely right by my side, her and my dad. Today's my dad's birthday. He would have been 71. And yeah, he passed away in 2017. So they're my two guardian angels watching over me. What is the biggest powwow you have been to, and have you tried any fry bread? I've not been to a powwow, and I've not tried the fry bread, so that needs to happen. Do you have a spiritual faith in God? So I was actually raised Jewish. So yeah, my spiritual faith comes from my path in Judaism. I was actually bar mitzvahed when I was around 12 years old, and walked away from Judaism for a bit to explore things like Reiki and energy healing. And the past couple of years, I've reconnected with those Jewish roots, and I find that Reiki and Judaism walk hand in hand really beautifully. So that's my experience with that. Keefe, I would love that, man. I would love it. So we're going to do a little tribute song to Mary Youngblood. One of my favorite Mary Youngblood songs is called Misty Rain, and it goes a little something like this. That one was Misty Rain by Mary Youngblood. Moon, thank you so much for the team bracelet and the heart me earlier as well. Let's see. I have another favorite that I like to play by Mary Youngblood. And this one's called On Our Journey. Thank you for being you. Murphy Law, thank you. I appreciate you. Kestrel, thank you. Keefe. Well, I never understood Christian stuff. My mom tried to force it, but spirits, I feel. Yeah, man, you can't try to force a path that isn't right for you, you know? Radical River, Zachariah Grace. Thank you. What's up? What's up? I heard you play handpan yesterday. It was amazing. I did play a little handpan. Maybe I'll get out the handpan and we'll play a little bit of that after I do this next song. So this next song's another Mary Youngblood. Shout out to Mary Youngblood. She is one of my biggest inspirations as a flutist. She's just incredible. But she's got a song called On Our Journey, and this is going to be my interpretation of that song. Let's see here. I wanted to... Anessa White Eagle. Sometime can you please play one for me by any means? Yeah, I would be happy and honored to play a song for you. What would you like to hear? You can choose a specific key. You can request a song, but I might not know it. You know, I usually just play like whatever's inspired in the moment, right? But sometimes I like to play some songs as well. Surprise you. Okay. And then we're gonna do the handpan too, because there is a request for that. But I want to do one for you first, Anessa. Because I feel like I said I was gonna do one earlier, and then I might have forgot. So I'm sorry if that happened. We're gonna do one in the key of D. This one's by Enchanted Flutes out of La Luz, New Mexico. Also, give me 1 second. I want to make this one a little more special, just a little bit more special. 1 second. All right, we're gonna take this off as well. So, I haven't done any songs on this live tonight with a backing track. And there's a really beautiful, soft and deep backing track that I like to do with this flute. So just bear with me for 1 second. Gotta do technology things. Also, I think we got the new videos uploaded to Flute School today. Flute School is my online community where I teach people how to play these flutes, and I also teach them Reiki and how to infuse the two to create Reiki infused flute music. Okay, I guess technology is going to take a little longer than I thought, so maybe I'll do it without the backing track. Okay, I could do that too, Lucy. So I will play the Sound of Silence. I'm not going to do it right away. I'm going to play a song here, and then I'm going to do the hand pan, and then I'll do the Sound of Silence. There you go, Anessa White Eagle. That one was for you. All right, so we had a request for a handpan jam. The handpan is still a fairly new instrument to me. Anessa, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Excuse me. What is it like when you close your eyes? Yeah, so I do what I call Reiki-infused flute music, and here's why I call it that. So Reiki is a channeled form of energy healing. It's a Japanese form of energy healing. It's a channeled healing. In Reiki, we have these Japanese techniques. One of them is called Kokiho. So Kokiho is healing with the breath. With Kokiho, you're drawing Reiki symbols on the roof of your mouth, and then you can blow the energy through the instrument as you play to infuse the music with Reiki. So essentially, that's the technique I use when I play. So when I close my eyes, I just drift into the flow of the energy. Like I feel like I'm a channel for the energy to flow through. It doesn't even feel necessarily like it's me playing the music. Rather, the music is played through me. Like I get to be a conduit for that to flow through, if that makes sense. So when I close my eyes, it's really just me drifting into that space of just relaxing into like, shoo, just let it flow through, you know? Tiffy Tiff. I don't think that's it. I think it's just that I smoke tobacco, and that's probably what it comes from, you know? Okay, we're gonna do a little handpan jam. A little handpan jam. All right, let's see here. Handpan time. We're gonna do a little bit of handpan. A little bit. Okay. We are nearly out of water. So we're gonna do a refill on water, and then we're gonna do a little bit more flute music, and then probably wrap it up pretty soon. We've been live for a little over 2 hours now, I think. So that's cool. All right, I'll be right back. Yo, get yourself some water if you don't have any. It's good stuff. Okay. Alrighty. Got some water. Feeling good. I'm gonna do a couple more flute songs for you all. And then we're gonna chill and relax and probably go to sleep because we work tomorrow. But we like the work we do, so. I get to do Reiki infused massage sessions here in Santa Fe, which is actually a lot of fun. All right. We've not done this flute yet tonight, and this is a cool little pocket flute by High Spirits. It's a little bit more higher pitched, but a beautiful tone nonetheless. Also, somebody was commenting on the Tiger's Eye ring. This was actually sent by one of my followers on Instagram. He reached out and was like, "Hey man, I want to make you a custom ring. What's your ring size?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I sent him my ring size, and I just kind of forgot about it. And then months later, this arrived, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" This is gorgeous Tiger's Eye ring with these engravings on it and stuff. Look at that. His name's Hugo. He goes by @Hazarath on Instagram. I like it. It's a cool ring. He was like, "Tiger's Eye is your stone." And I was like, "You're right. It is a very good stone for me, for sure." finally, we got to 39,000 likes. Y'all are amazing. I appreciate you. If you had to pick a favorite color, what would it be? Probably something like this. I really love like turquoisey blues. I also have this like beautiful green. Like these colors, I also really like. Kind of like a greenish turquoise. Something like that. Also, check out this beauty here. This is a Master Healer Stone. Himalayan quartz with green apophyllite. Shoo! Okay. So I invite you to take a deep breath, just breathing all the way down into the lower belly. Got some Palo Santo burning here. And as you take a deep breath into the lower belly, I invite you to focus on any sort of intention. What do you want to take with you from this moment right now forward? Take a few deep breaths as you focus on that intention. And as you breathe out, let it go. Let go of the attachment to whatever it is that you're calling in. Call it in, set the intention, and then let it go. If it's meant to be, it will come. Thank you for joining me, my friends. I will be doing a live again tomorrow, and wrapping it up for today. Kelly, hello, hello. It's my favorite color as well. Yeah, beautiful color, stunning color. I hope you all have a beautiful night. Thanks for hanging out with me, and see you all tomorrow. Take care. Rachel, I gotta go. I gotta work tomorrow. Much love, though. I will be back tomorrow evening. You're so welcome. Take care, my friends, my family.